6 Forms TCG, how to play in a few minutes. Players come to the game with 20 life and a 40 to 80 card deck each player. To win, you're going to have to drop the opponent's life to 0 life. There's 2 copies of most cards that can be played per deck, except for cards with a little square. We can play 1 Rain Lightning per deck and up to 4 treasure maps per deck. And then each player starts with 1 spark, which is tracked on the resource dice, and draws 5 cards. There's 32 energy cube cards that are in a shared deck. Each turn, each player gets 1 energy cube card. There's 8 squares on your side of the deck, on your side of the battlefield for spawning your units. There's an energy cost on every card in the bottom left. You're going to tap your energy cubes that you've acquired to pay for cards. And sparks may be spent in place of energy, but only 1 spark per turn. They're tracked by dice. You tick them down once you use them. Battlefield cards have stats on the card's bottom right. So equipped cards don't hit the battlefield. They stay on the side, and then you discard equipment when the unit dies. Can play battlefield cards in 1 of 4 positions. That's ready, that's tapped, that's face down, ready, face down, tapped. The turn order has the acronym DRAMA, which is draw 1, lose if you can't draw 1, regroup, which is spend energy, gain 1 energy, and then untap face up cards. And then act 1 is place 1 card face down, play cards face up, orient cards, play to attack, pay 6 energy to draw a card, and activate effects. Move is you move in one of the arrow directions of your card up to 2 spaces in the same line. You can't move through cards. You move to the same spot as another card to attack that card, and then reach is where you can move to. And then act 2, the same as act 1, and then end, you'll draw down to 7 cards in hand. You play infinite amounts of cards that you can pay for, and then you can place 1 card face down. Don't have to pay for it right now, but you can't flip in the same turn that it's placed. And then cards have these stats. There's attack, health, and weakness. So attack and health, self-explanatory. Weakness, we'll get to that. There's all damage versus vertical cards is trample damage, meaning the excess damage goes through the health and goes to the enemy player. Tap position, you deal no card damage back, and there's no reach, and no trample damage goes through to it. And then vertical damage, of course, is counter attack damage and trample damage. And then flying units can move over ground units, and ground units can freely move under flying units. And then face down cards must be paid for whenever they're revealed or they get discarded. This symbol right here, this diamond, means that it deals no damage when attacking. Basically, it cannot attack. And then attacking uses cards' momentum for the turn. There's no summoning sickness. You can use your guys as soon as you play them. Direct attack only in the back row. So say that this were my Prismatic Dragon and this were my opponent's Morgan's Beast. Then say that I've engaged all of my opponent's battlefield cards this turn already. Then only then, like if I'm in the back row, can I direct attack the opponent to lower their life. Okay, and there's weakness in the game. So there's attack, health, and weakness. Weakness is 2 things. The attacking card, say that there's an attacking card behind your guy. Then the attacking card would do 2 things. It gains the opponent's weakness that it's attacking into. It adds their weakness to their attack. So this Morgan's Beast would now become, instead of just a 1 attacker, it would add the 4. So now it's a 5 attacker. And then the weakness also does a second thing, which it subtracts the opponent's weakness from their health. So instead of this being a 10 health, it now becomes a 6 health when it's being attacked to in weakness. Weakness is also basically directly behind or diagonally behind. So any of these 3 squares would be behind it and making it have weakness. So basically, like in this conflict, this would be a 6 health, and this would be jumping up to a 5 attack. That's how that would go. And then there's no persistent damage after each individual battle. And then if attacking and neither card dies, then the aggressor retreats. You move into the guy's square to attack, but you start here, then you move into their square to attack. And then if neither card dies, then the attacker would retreat. And then planning is to scry. Basically, that's look at the top X cards of your deck, and then you can put one at the bottom, keep one on top, or whatever. You can move them around. That's planning. And then reveal energy cost actions are required to pay if you have the energy available, including playing sparks if you need to. And then interrupt symbol. This is the instant symbol that can be played on either player's turn. And then there's a few keywords that are clearly defined in the 26-page rulebook. The game is on Kickstarter right now. Kevin Dees did a bang-up job making this game. I enjoyed it. You ought to check it out. Yeah, so check them out. I think you can get a starter deck package, both decks, I believe, for about $26. Check them out right now. They're fully funded. Go give them a look. Kickstarter right now. Follow your games, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.